Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. This video is actually much more off the cuff. I wanted to talk about just, I guess, YouTube, what's in this envelope. So this journey for me has been about 6 years in the making. I wanted to talk about the state of my garage currently. So right now I've got this 2022 Slingshot in the garage, which actually will be gone tomorrow. I believe that's getting picked up. I've got this live wire sitting here as well that's here for another couple weeks. I'll be doing a bunch of content on that. We have my 2018 Harley-Davidson Heritage 114, which the channel blew up a lot when I purchased this motorcycle, and I'm very grateful for that. Love this bike. I would like to never get rid of it. And then we also have my 2021 Ford F-150 Power Boost. Let's just open this envelope here. This is a J.C. Whitney catalog from April 30th of 1997. I would have been 14 years old when this catalog came out. My father used to get these J.C. Whitney catalogs in the mail. There's so much stuff in here that I would just look at and just dream of like the next couple years when I would be buying, absolutely knowing that I was buying some hunk of garbage, that I would be purchasing these accessories. Here we go. This deluxe overhead speaker. I remember looking at specifically this and the Boss head unit, really insert any head unit here. I had no idea what I was looking at. But cosmetically, I'm like, man, a truck with that overhead sound bar would be so cool. And honestly, even like the CB radios and stuff, I just had such a desire to have the reason to be able to buy this stuff and start just modding cars, vent visors, all of these things that even my father back then would be like, what do you need that nonsense for? Like, you're lucky to even have a car that starts and gets you to work, and that's about the expectation that I was raised with. And honestly, it was a humble and good expectation. And I appreciate that. So what ended up happening with me at 16 was I got at that time, I had a 1989 Cavalier. And by the time I started driving, I didn't even have money for these J.C. Whitney accessories. This stuff kind of went the way of not being necessities. And I just kind of tossed it to the side. So going through my childhood, I was absolutely a gearhead in terms of being interested in all this stuff. I used to watch the NASCAR races. I was very much into all of that. And then getting older, just the realization of this stuff wasn't for me. This stuff wasn't for people like me, basically somebody who was just making a modest income. So as I'm sitting here in this garage now with this YouTube channel, I am starting to reflect a bit more on what this all means to me. Because of the channel, I was able to pick up this bike, and this channel has basically helped carry all of the expense of buying such a nice motorcycle. And now I'm actually at a point career-wise where this probably would be something I could afford. So what's really interesting for me in my journey here on YouTube, I'm now getting press vehicles. This Slingshot, say what you will about Slingshots, I had an absolute blast in this thing. And the commentary that I received from some people who criticize like these three-wheeled vehicles like they're less than something, I go back to this 14-year-old who had such modest aspirations of getting an overhead soundbar. And I look at stuff like this and think, if you told me back then that I would work to the point where a company would just give me something like that to play with for a few weeks, the Harley-Davidson live wire I have here to play with for a few weeks, and it's not lost on me. I understand I'm creating content around this stuff and it's carrying value out on YouTube, but I'm speaking about it no differently than the kid who would read these J.C. Whitney catalogs as entertainment. That was me. Honestly, it's just something that I look at this now, and when you guys see me talking about a Slingshot and you think, always just talking about this thing, you know, positively because it was provided on the channel. I'm talking about it because I am lucky, in a position of luck, to be able to even consider driving something like this, even if it is on a loaner basis. And the same with the live wire. But I do try to have a very open and honest discussion about this stuff, about what I think about it. Just understand that the lens of who this content is coming from is not somebody who came from a whole lot, who's going to judge this thing because it's not a Lamborghini, or isn't going to judge this thing because it's not the exact specified motorcycle that they like. I am approaching this stuff from the lens of, I am lucky to be alive, and this life that I've created on this channel, that this stuff is even becoming a part of my life. I went back to a video in this very garage, not just a couple years ago. I had none of this tool set up. I had just a giant empty garage. One motorcycle in here. Now I've got it fully lit up. I've got my bike, all my tools, a good amount of tools. I've spent a lot of money that you guys haven't seen building out all of this stuff so that I can continue building and wrenching on this channel, because it's what I really enjoy doing. I am creating a world for myself where this J.C. Whitney catalog is no longer a pipe dream. Based on just doing a whole bunch of ridiculous amount of work that went into getting to this point, certainly some luck involved in some of these things that pan out the way they do, but I'll tell you right now, you don't get lucky if you're not trying.
That's what she said.
I guess the whole reason why I'm really kind of wanting to make a video like this was to thank you guys for all of the support and making all of this possible. I'm out here ripping this thing around to make content on a YouTube channel, like mind blown. I guess with all that being said, I'm just trying to come out here to say that I'm incredibly grateful for all of this. I keep calling it in recent videos, I keep saying, like, without you guys, this nonsense wouldn't exist. And there's a lot of times, man, I come out here and I'm like, this is a bunch of nonsense. How is this my life? So I'm proud. I'm very, very proud of this thing that I have built, that you guys have helped support. It's like a mutual effort. I make the content, you guys watch it for whatever reason, and I'm having an absolute blast doing it. So I really appreciate every bit of support you guys provide to the channel. And 14-year-old J.C. Whitney me truly appreciates it, and pushing 40-year-old now me certainly appreciates it. And my family appreciates it also, because this provides a level of happiness to me that reflects in everything else that I do. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. And do yourself a favor. Pick up a magazine from your childhood like this. Oh my God, I remember looking at this stuff thinking like a center console or running boards. I looked at all this stuff. This truck right here ran in this paper forever, and just seeing all of these Lund accessories. By the way, interesting enough, Lund has ended up sponsoring this channel. So stuff that I was looking at from Lund way, way back when, all of a sudden comes around and is like, actually has sponsored posts or videos on this channel. Crazy, crazy. So again, thank you guys very much. I'll see you guys in the next one.